The assassination of Julius Caesar, murdered by the men he trusted most, Rome, 44 BC. A conspiracy of 60 senators, including Caesar's close ally Brutus, stabbed Caesar 23 times in the theatre of Pompey on the Ides of March. The plot was meant to restore the Republic. Instead, it triggered 13 years of civil war that ended the Republic forever and created the very autocracy the conspirators feared. The poisoning of Cleopatra's brother, Egypt's royal family eats itself. Egypt, 44 BC. Cleopatra VII allegedly poisoned her younger brother and co-ruler Ptolemy XIV to clear the path for her son Caesarion to inherit the throne unopposed. The latest in a Ptolemaic dynasty tradition of siblings, regularly married to each other, murdering one another for sole power across 2 centuries of palace bloodshed. The fall of the Abbasid Vizier, the Barmakid Purge. Baghdad, 803 AD. Caliph Harun al-Rashid suddenly and brutally purged the Barmakid family, his most powerful viziers who had effectively run the Abbasid government for 17 years, executing Jafar al-Barmaki and imprisoning the rest of the family overnight, for reasons historians still debate: a secret marriage, accumulated power, or a forbidden romance with the caliph's own sister. The murder of the Tang Crown Prince, the Xuanwu Gate Incident. China, 626 AD. Prince Li Shimin ambushed and killed his own brothers, Crown Prince Li Jiancheng and Prince Li Yuanji, at the Xuanwu Gate of the Imperial Palace, then forced his own father, Emperor Gaozu, to abdicate within months. Li Shimin became Emperor Taizong. one of China's greatest emperors, his reign built on the blood of his brothers. The conspiracy against Amanirenas, Mero's succession crisis. Kingdom of Push, around 25 BC. Following the death of King Teritekas, the Kushite royal court at Mero faced an internal succession struggle that Queen Kandake Amanirenas had to suppress through force before she could turn her attention to fighting off a Roman invasion. Palace loyalty in Mero was tested by rival claimants who sought Roman backing against their own queen. The murder of Edward the Martyr, England's coronation by bloodshed. England, 978 AD. The 17-year-old King Edward was stabbed by attendants of his stepmother Queen Elftrith while visiting Corfe Castle, clearing the throne for her own son Ethelred, who would become known as Ethelred the Unready, whose troubled reign was forever shadowed by the suspicion that his throne began with his half-brother's assassination. The Topkapi fratricide, Ottoman succession by execution. Constantinople, 1595 AD. When Sultan Mehmed III took the throne, he had all 19 of his brothers and half-brothers, including infants, strangled with silk cords in a single night, formalizing a brutal but legally sanctioned Ottoman practice of royal fratricide designed to prevent succession wars, a practice that had already claimed dozens of Ottoman princes across 2 centuries. The poisoning of Turagain Khatun's rivals, the Mongol Regency plot. Mongol Empire, c. 1241 to 1246 AD. After Great Khan Ogedei's sudden death, likely from excessive drinking, though poisoning was suspected, his widow Turagain Khatun ruthlessly eliminated rival regents and power brokers across a 5-year regency to secure the succession of Hassan Guyuk, including the execution of the powerful minister Yelu Chukai's allies and other court rivals. The assassination of Francisco Pizarro. Conquistadors turn on each other. Peru, 1541 AD. Spanish conquistador Francisco Pizarro, who had conquered the Inca Empire just a decade earlier, was assassinated in his own palace in Lima by supporters of his former partner-turned-rival Diego de Almagro's son, stabbed to death at his dinner table, proving that the conquistadors who destroyed the Inca court through betrayal were just as vulnerable to the same palace treachery themselves. The assassination of Wan Li's rivals, the Ming Dynasty court eunuch. Plot China, c. 1600s AD. During the late Ming Dynasty, palace eunuchs led by figures within the Wan Li emperor's court orchestrated a series of poisonings and purges against rival officials and consorts to control succession and influence, culminating decades later in the infamous Case of the Cudgel, 1615. An unresolved assassination attempt against the crown prince that exposed the depth of Ming palace conspiracy.